How important is your lender? You've heard time and time again that the lender you choose is crucial to a successful sale. But why? What role does the lender actually play aside from helping you obtain a mortgage? For those who don't know me, my name is Carla, and I'm a realtor here in Los Angeles, California with Amalfi Estates. And I'm joined today by loan officer Ernest Page from Loan Depot. And we're going to discuss everything you need to know about the importance of your lender.
Hi, Carla.
Welcome,
How are
Ernie.
you? Good.
Good, thanks. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
This is such an important discussion, and I'm happy that we're having this today because, aside from getting a mortgage and financing your home, you play a crucial role in a successful transaction.
Absolutely. And not only do we help assist buyers getting pre-approved, it's very, very important that we make ourselves available prior to seeing a property. One of the things I like to do as a mortgage professional is prior to the client actually looking at a property and getting pre-approved is I discuss what their plans are for the weekend with their buyer's agent like yourself to make sure that if they're previewing a property to let them know that I'm available. Number two, and very, very important, is if once they see the property, if they're going to be writing an offer over the weekend, I like to do an introductory call with the listing agent. Introduce myself. This is Ernie with Loan Depot. Just want to let you know that we submitted an offer with Carla, your agent. And if you have any questions regarding, please feel free to give me a call. I can also send them an email introduction and include you as the buyer's agent, explaining the strengths of the offer as well.
Yeah, that initial introduction and communication with the listing agent upon a submitted offer is crucial in helping your offer stand out because it's so competitive right now, and the financial strength, your financial strength as a buyer, it really needs to be vetted. The listing
Absolutely.
agent is sorting through 10 offers, and having the loan officer available at your beck and call. Sometimes I'm submitting offers Sunday night, and most lenders work Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So I love that. Communication and availability. So key. What else, Ernie?
Well, it's very important in a purchase transaction, once the offer's been accepted, that we schedule the appraisal. Now, an appraisal is basically ordered by the lender. So in my particular case, I would order the appraisal with usually the listing agent is the contact person. Sometimes it's the buyer's agent, or sometimes the listing agent has an assistant or a team approach. So I make sure I have number one, the contact person to appraise the property, and also the availability, because what happens is we coordinate that with our appraisal vendor company that orders the appraisal. So if we need to get a rush done, or if we need to get something done in an expedited fashion, I need to know that up front, because obviously we have, in some cases, an appraisal contingency, and we have other deadlines to meet. So it's very, very important as a lender that we order the appraisal up front, and we also schedule the best time to make that happen so we meet the contingency date.
Yeah, so the appraisal is one of 3 contingencies when you enter escrow. The inspection, which I help with, I help schedule all the inspections and make sure that we meet that deadline. And then the rest is up to you, the appraisal and the loan.
That is correct.
Right. So ordering that appraisal right away can, is crucial because the appraisers right now, they're so backed up, right?
Well, fortunately, if a client needs a rush, we can do that. What I try to do is I communicate with you, the buyer's agent, the listing agent, the transaction, so we all know what the dates are prior to that happening. If it's, usually there's certain days, whether it's 14 days, 10 days in some cases, but we try to get it done right away. So the communication piece is critical, whether it's by phone, email, text, however we have to do it, we will get it done for you.
Right. And so that brings me to the lender does have control over shortening those contingency periods too, right?
Absolutely. If I have a pre-approved buyer, which most of the time I do, 99% of the times, when they're making an offer, and then also it's really key to understand that the buyer has to also participate, whether it's getting updated supporting documentation like pay stubs, bank statements, that type of thing. But at the same time, it's also important that the lender, again, communicates sets the stage, actually sets expectations, and sometimes resets expectations should there be a delay in the
Mm-hmm.
process.
Right. Right. So wait, let's back up there because you said if you have a fully pre-approved buyer, that means they should be pre-approved before we are writing offers,
Absolutely.
right?
Unequivocally, yes. I agree with you 100%, Carla. And the reason I say that is because you're taking the mystery out of the process. You're taking what I would say is probably one of the most important pieces of, I mean, buying the right home is important too, but having an approved buyer reduces stress, it reduces obstacles that may come along the way. So I prefer when clients are pre-approved.
Well, and you're able to shorten the loan contingency,
Absolutely.
right? If you're fully underwritten.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so in a competitive situation, which is what we're in now, being
Mm-hmm.
able to shorten these contingencies means less risk for the seller and it makes your offer more competitive.
100%.
So important, so important. Um, and what else? What else? So we're in escrow. We're past
So
the appraisal now.
there's another contingency called the loan contingency. Now, even though the client might be pre-approved, remember an underwriter does fully underwrite the loan, usually within a week. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have what's called a pre-approval, then we'll have an actual fully underwritten approval in the process of the loan. That's a very important. In fact, we issue what's called a commitment letter, which says, we might still be waiting for the appraisal, but the customer has been fully underwritten and approved. The other thing is after the appraisal comes back, we then review the appraisal, and then we do what's called a final approval. That's prior to closing, that's prior to drawing loan documents. But in the process, there's very important steps that must occur in the lending process. Okay, submitting the file, getting the fully underwritten approval, getting the appraisal back, and then final approval prior to drawing loan documents. Okay. Now this all happens and sometimes within 3 weeks or 30 days. If it's a 30-day escrow, which we have those in LA all the time. I've done deals
Yep.
as quickly as 26, 25 days. So what happens is all this happens sometimes in a couple weeks time. So I'm going to be communicating with you, the real estate agent, but also communicating with the customer. A minimum on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis. Because
Oh yeah.
I need something right away to get the final approval. I might need to get something updated pay stubs, updated bank statements, something that we try to vet it out beforehand to alleviate any problems or issues at the last minute. That's why when your lender asks you for updated documents, you don't wait 2 or 3 days to get it. You get it within 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, there's a multitude of things that can cause a delay, right?
Yes.
And the importance of that, I've had so many situations where, for example, you're in escrow on your dream home and the seller has received a backup offer. And the backup offer is $50,000 more than your offer. And now the seller really wants the other offer. So there's a lot of different ways that they could put pressure on the current buyer to perform. And if they're not able to perform, then they're kicking you out. And you risk losing your deposit, and you risk losing your dream home. So meeting these deadlines are so important.
Yes, and I will say communication as well as teamwork, working as a team together with your lender, your real estate agent, the escrow company involved in the transaction. There's a lot of people behind the scene. I have a processor, I have an underwriter, I even have support people that assist me. So there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, but think of me like the quarterback. I'm here to help assist. I'll communicate, I'll give you status, and we work together.
Love it. Love it. Well, I'm glad we're able to do this because I really want people to know how important, like, you are the third leg of the team, right? Your agent, the lender, and then the buyer. And that's what makes a successful home buying team. And so I'm glad you're able to help shed some light on your role in this transaction. And I'm looking forward to our home buyer seminar happening next Wednesday, the 31st at 6:30 p.m. You'll see the RSVP link scrolling at the bottom there, carlaselzale.eventbrite.com. It's completely free. And it's going to be just an open discussion, just like this one. And we're going to go over all of the things to consider when buying a home. So RSVP now. And I'm looking forward to doing another video like this with you. Ernie, thanks for being here.
I'm happy to be here. I'll see you soon.
Wonderful.
Carla.
All right. Bye. Thanks for
Take
watching,
care.
everyone.